It's a dark and stormy night. The rain is coming down in sheets, and the wind is howling. A young woman named Sarah is driving home from work. She's tired and just wants to get home and go to bed. As she's driving, she sees a figure on the side of the road. It's a man, and he's waving his arms frantically. Sarah slows down and pulls over. The man gets into the car and Sarah asks him what's wrong. He tells her that his car broke down and he needs a ride. Sarah hesitates for a moment, but then she agrees to give him a lift. Sarah and the man drive in silence for a few minutes. The man is shivering, and he looks like he's in shock. Sarah asks him if he's okay, but he doesn't answer. Suddenly, the man turns to Sarah and says, "I'm not who you think I am." Sarah is confused. "What do you mean?" she asks. "I'm not a man," the stranger says. "I'm a monster." Sarah screams and slams on the brakes. The car skids to a stop and the stranger is thrown from the vehicle. He hits his head on the pavement and lays there unconscious. Sarah gets out of the car and runs to the stranger. She kneels down next to him and checks his pulse. He's still alive, but he's badly injured. Sarah doesn't know what to do. She can't leave the stranger here, but she's also scared of him. She decides to call the police. The police arrive and take the stranger away. Sarah is relieved that he's gone, but she's also shaken up by the experience. She drives home and goes to bed, but she can't stop thinking about what happened. The next day, Sarah goes to the police station to give a statement. The police tell her that they don't know who the stranger is, but they're investigating. Sarah is still scared, but she's also determined to find out what happened. She starts doing her own research, and she learns about a series of unsolved murders that have taken place in the area. The victims were all young women, and they all disappeared in the middle of the night. Sarah starts to think that the stranger may be responsible for the murders. She tries to tell the police, but they don't believe her. They tell her that she's just being paranoid. Sarah is not convinced. She knows that something is wrong, and she's determined to find out the truth. Sarah goes to the police with her evidence, and they finally arrest the stranger. He's charged with multiple murders, and he's sentenced to life in prison. Sarah is relieved that the killer has been caught, but she's still haunted by what happened. She knows that she could have been one of his victims. Sarah's story is a reminder that we should always be careful when we're alone at night. We never know who we might meet.